Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Edition. This is the EPL beginning opening weekend with fans talking about how the teams have done in the transfers, how the teams have done if they played yesterday, today, and played tomorrow. Are they satisfied where the team's going? Are they happy with what the teams have done in the results yesterday or today? We're going to talk into. First of all, let's introduce from representing Spurs is Ian. Ian, welcome to the show.
Thanks very much. Good to join you all.
We have Manchester City, the defending champions of the EPL, represented by Sonny in the United States. Sonny, welcome. And we have Chelsea, represented by Rodrigo in Houston, Texas as well. Welcome, Rodrigo. And the United crew, the controversial one, Bems, representing United, Houston Red Army. Bems, welcome on. And we have the smiling one, Kay, always positive, believes everything is good for United. Kay, welcome to the show. Kay is also United Kingdom. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the season has started. Arsenal started with a 1-0, 2-0 victory over Palace yesterday. We had Spurs play today, 4-1. They want to go down. Ian, talk me through how you felt. Are you satisfied with how Spurs have dealt in the transfer market this season?
Yeah. As I said, it's most un-Tottenham-like to have everything. All these great big deals sorted early in the summer, because so often over the years they've been trying to do last-minute deals. You always remember Harry Redknapp leaning out the window doing last-minute deals when he was manager of Spurs on deadline day. The camera was always at Tottenham's training ground on deadline day, but I don't think there will be this month. I mean, I wouldn't rule out anyone else coming in. There could be one or two others through the door, but yeah, brilliant business. What was interesting today was that none of the new signings actually started. So the starting 11 today were all players that played last year. Okay. But Conte did make 4 substitutions and a couple of the new players come on. But yeah, great start. You can't ask for more than a 4-1 win at home, opening day of the season. So yeah, there's promise there, as there always is at Tottenham. But this time it is cranked up a bit, I think, because of Conte. Yeah, and I think the chairman, Daniel Levy, has at last listened to either Conte or the fans or both. Got business done early. I mean, getting that 4th place last year was crucial to everything. I think if we'd finished 5th, Conte would have maybe wanted to go somewhere where he's going to be in the Champions League this season. And Kane, he might have gone. I mean, we've had no talk whatsoever of Kane leaving this summer, up until about last week when Bayern Munich were apparently linked with him, but it's all gone quiet and apparently he's happy there. I guess one thing that surprised us today, Tottenham scored 4 goals and Son and Kane didn't score.
Yeah, I looked at the scorers. I was looking, I saw like
Eric Dyer.
Eric Dyer, he hasn't scored in years.
Brian scored.
And Kulusevski. Yeah, Kulusevski.
Yeah, scored. And there was an own goal.
What position does he play?
Sorry,
he was a wing back.
What position is he?
Yeah, wing back. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, but he scored a few last season, so they can score from all over the pitch. Doherty as well scores goals sometimes. So yeah, it doesn't always have to be Kane and Son show, but I'm sure in the next few games that they will start scoring.
All right.
So yeah, really pleased. You can't ask for more than that. Get 4 goals in the opening day. Right. But we've got some big tests coming up. This year we're in the Champions League. And if you remember last year we was in that European Conference League, and we was out of that by Christmas because Tottenham wouldn't send a full team to wherever it was, and they got kicked out. But I think they deliberately did it,
right?
To get kicked out of that tournament. It was shameful being in that competition, really.
Mourinho won it with pride.
Yeah, he did, and well done to him. In fact, I was in Rome last week for a short holiday, and I did a Stadio Olimpico tour.
Nice.
And so I saw the trophy there. I saw the Conference League trophy. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
But yeah, so Tottenham were out of Europe, and they were out of the cups fairly early, domestic cups last year. So beyond Christmas, it was just the league. Whereas this year, I think Conte will want to have a go at all 4 fronts. Really, he'll have certainly a Champions League and the title. He'll want to compete. He won't just want to make up the numbers. But where the fans might talk about top 3 or top 4, he'll want to win that league.
I know. Right. Chelsea, you played today. I saw your game against Everton, a ground you don't do so well. You got 3 points. Early goal. Rodrigo, how do you feel?
what I expected. And we've talked about this. We've talked about this. I don't think Chelsea's well prepared. I think they have a lot of work to do. It was. I mean, yeah, they had a couple of offsides. I understand that, but I overall Chelsea. It was kind of a weird game because one player, one Everton player, I forget his name. He went out with a pretty ugly injury. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
It's like he broke his ankle or something. Then Jerry Mina goes out also injured. So Everton's a hospital. But they started the new signing Cucurella. He looked okay. He looked okay. He's supposed to take him a while to get acclimated.
I mean, I didn't expect him to be starting today, but he looked like he played well.
He did play well. I was kind of glad they got him. But it's crazy. Now there's all kinds of things going on. I hear that Aubameyang signing for Chelsea. But it's not set in stone. It's just things I'm hearing. There's also a trade. There's a rumor of a trade. Marcos Alonso for Serginho Dest, Barcelona.
You guys gonna be dealing a lot with Barcelona. They're a bunch of crooks. But it is what it is, mate.
Every club in the world is a crook when it comes to that.
No, they are crooks and they're crooks.
They've all passed the next level of banditry when it comes to that because they all lie. Oh no, we're not getting rid of him. No, we're not. He's not for sale. And thank you very much. That's just what it is today. And it's all because of TV and media. It's what it is. That's what caused it. We know all that. But it just goes to say we talked about last. I don't think these new American owners know what they're doing yet. They don't have the right football people in place. They're going to miss Maria Kopskaya from Chelsea. We know what she was doing. But it's the first game of the season. Let's see what happens. Right. They have a tough test against Spurs at home. Spurs going to come in because they had a good victory today, good game. They're going to come in. They're going to come in.
Spurs is the team everyone's watching this season because of the way Conte started the full season now. He's not like joined halfway. He started, he did the preseason, he bought the players. So Spurs is the team everyone's like,
But I'm also not one that buys into the hype of, they won the transfer market. That don't mean crap. It's how you end the season.
100%.
Many teams have bought great players and got into debt and spent hundreds and billions of pounds and wind up in sixth place.
Okay, we know where we're going.
All right, so I'm saying I don't buy the transfer market hype. I never do.
I hear you, bro. Right. Let's bring City in. Defending champions, Sunny, how are you?
Oh, she's too noisy. She don't want to say anything.
Hey, Sunny, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Sorry, I'm over here having to learn how to do everything again. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Right, now the City, you're the defending champions. Your game tomorrow is against West Ham away. So far in the transfer market, I mean, you signed Haaland. You lost the game last week to Liverpool in the Community Shield. Are you guys ready?
Yes, and yes. We are ready. What's the next question?
The next question is, as you know, winning the title is great. Defending it is, you've defended it quite a few times, but this season seems to be like people are really trying, especially Liverpool and Spurs and Chelsea. I'm not even going to put United there yet. Liverpool, Chelsea, and Spurs won that title. Can you fend them off? Do you have enough in your team to win, to hold them off?
Yes,
long season?
Yes, indeed. We can defend them off because Pep has acquired some excellent players. We didn't win against Liverpool, and that's okay in this friendly. That's okay for this friendly. But the only thing I think
it wasn't friendly. It was the Super Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah, but to them it's a friendly.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a trophy. There is a trophy. But it's okay. Okay, I understand you're gonna win. You're gonna lose some games, but and I prefer to lose this one if we have to lose. But I will say this: before I talk about Liverpool, I want to say that we are ready because we acquired some really magnificent players. The only thing that I can predict that might happen, that might botch things up, is the organization of these players. These players can play in several positions. And so Pep is going to end up having a little fun here, and he might botch things up. I did see Pep play Phillips in a central defending position for Club Americas in Houston, and we won that, by the way. And Phillips did great, and I'm like, wow, okay, don't play too well there, Phillips, because that might be your spot. So, which is fine. So I think that Pep is going to be playing around a lot with the multiple variations because he can do that now. He's got the talent to. So I think that can be a good thing or a bad thing, all depends, but it's going to be a fun season. But yes, I think that we are ready. When I go back to Liverpool, looking at Liverpool, we lost that. And I think that it was because we have so much of a good thing and just organizing all of that. And now we have some valuable information. And that's the thing about playing a really good team like Liverpool, is that we've got some really good, valuable information to collect as feedback to not make that mistake again. And I always like to start, doesn't matter what team, volleyball or whatever, losing a preseason game, rather than coming out winning and being like, we got this. Because we don't.
Preseason does give a wrong perception at times.
Absolutely. And Holland, and I'm glad Holland missed that, even though it's okay for forwards to miss, but I'm glad Holland missed that so that he can be like, oh shit, let me make sure I put the ball at the back of the net. So it was very good information. And I even think we're going to probably have a chance of winning the Champions League because Real Madrid doesn't look that great this year.
Okay, Sonny, thank you very much. Bems. Well, I don't know where to start with United. It is what it is. Are you satisfied with the transfers? Give me a quick response to the transfers. Then can you talk about the game for tomorrow and where we are? Bems, transfers so far.
Okay. What transfers? Like what transfers? I mean, if when you say the word transfers with United, I just don't know whether we're allergic to making transfers. I just don't know. I mean, it's been terrible so far this summer. We acquired
Malaysia.
Malaysia. That's a good acquisition. That's he's looking pretty good so far during the preseason game. He's looking pretty good. We got Ericsson. Ericsson, we all know, is a very, very good, technically gifted midfielder to play that number 10 role and that creative role. But that's a position where Bruno plays. So how is he going to be deployed? And then also, I think, in my opinion, so far the best signing we made was Martinez is the best signing so far in my opinion, because I think I mean, obviously defense is one area that we really need to improve, but the biggest area of the field, which is midfield, we've not addressed that area for what? How many years now? 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, we still need. I mean, we're weak in attack. We need the center forward, even though Ronaldo, if Ronaldo stays, we need at least another center forward, and we need another winger. So we need 2 more attackers, and I think we need 2 more midfielders. If we get hopefully De Jong, if De Jong is even coming. I'm really tired of this De Jong story.
I think you and
he's not going. He's going to stay at Barcelona.
I at this point, like I've had the I've had moments where I'm thinking, okay, he's coming, and then I'm like, oh shit, he's not gonna come. So it's been up and down for me. I'm just really tired, man. Everything.
Let me bring Kay in. Kay.
Yeah.
Okay, as it stands now, like you've heard Ben say,
yeah,
he's tired of the transfer. He's tired of Frank De Jong. He's tired of. It's been 3 months. United haven't got a backup for De Jong. They haven't got plan B, C, or D. They're just still hoping and believing and praying. We've been through this. Tomorrow, United start against Brighton. Where do you come in here?
Well, if it's not one thing, it's another thing. It's the typical United circus. Everyone said it. There's a circus for Pogba. No, there's a circus for Ronaldo. The thing with United is, if you make mistakes and don't act like a big club, there's always going to be the media ready to say something, and I feel sorry for Ten Hag. He's inherited a depleted, unhappy team, and they've not backed him. And he's the only manager they've not backed.
Yeah.
Since Bergie's been signed. They stumbled across Ericsson on a free. We've got Martinez and Melissa. Like, it's not enough. And the quality of players we've lost, I said it at the end of last season, we've lost quality. The squad's in a weaker position than it was last season.
Exactly.
Look where we finished.
Oh yeah.
So for me, it's like Ronaldo putting that flat tire in the wheel now. That's just added to it. Marshall being injured, it's a mess. It's a real mess.
Right.
So I just hope we get through tomorrow, get a win, then it can sort of weather the storm a bit. If we draw or lose tomorrow,
it's going to be more drama.
That pressure cooker is going to get cranked up.
We're in big trouble this season. I'll put that way. We're in serious trouble.
Is it too early to say United are in trouble, or should we say we are a bit panicking already?
No.
We're not finishing.
It's not panicking.
We're not finishing higher than 5th next season.
The
way the squad is at the moment, we'll be lucky to finish 5th.
We'll be lucky. Yeah, I mean, I even think we'll be lucky to finish finish 6th. 6th is even lucky.
So you're saying 6th. You're saying 5th. Ian,
Sonny says 7th.
We'll be lucky to finish 6th.
Ian, you see, as a Spurs fan, here, you can see the turmoil, the circus. Even though the circus has changed, it's still, even though the clowns have changed, it's the same circus. They were there.
Yeah, but Tim, as a Spurs fan, I've had that for 30, 40 years straight. So welcome to my world.
Hey, check this out. Spurs, we beat Spurs twice last season.
And then they finished
12 points above us. They finished 12 points above us.
I know. But
how stupid that is.
We beat Manchester City twice last season, and didn't lose to Liverpool either. We drew twice with them.
Wow.
Incredibly. But then Tottenham lost to Southampton at home last season. Luckily, we turned that around and won today. But I think Manchester United, Ten Hag, there was a time that I really wanted him at Tottenham when Conte was out the equation. So, yeah, before we got Nuno as manager,
right.
Ten Hag was being strongly linked. He was favourite for a while, and I was really hoping he'd join.
Right.
So you've got to give him a chance. But the Ronaldo issue has got to be sorted one way or the other soon as well.
What I was going to ask Ian, Ericsson played for you guys. How good was he, and how good will he be for a United side? I know he's had a few medical issues. How good is he, and how good will he be for United?
He is brilliant. Free kicks, just the technical. I mean, when he left Tottenham, everyone was gutted. But he's the kind of player that he will come back. And he'll get a brilliant reception at Tottenham. He's one of the best players to ever wear the shirt, I'd say. That good. Scored a lot of important goals. I mean, instrumental right through our Champions League time when we got to the final.
Against Liverpool.
It seems a lifetime.
Was he in that team?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Was he in that team that played Liverpool?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, 2019. It's only 3 years ago. But it seems a lifetime away because we've had a couple of years at the Champions League now. But yeah, that's a great signing for. I mean, it was great for him to come back as a Premier League player and play for Brentford, and he was influential in some of their victories towards the end of last season. And I was hoping he might come back to Tottenham, but
I thought he was going to go back to Spurs actually.
Yeah, I think that they did discuss it. I think it was an option. And maybe he would have liked to return. I don't know, but. To go and play for Manchester United now. Very, very best of luck to him. And when he comes back to Tottenham, he'll get a brilliant reception. The fans love him still.
Right.
In fact, do you remember when we was playing at Wembley for a couple of years when the new stadium was being built?
Yes.
He scored inside about 10 seconds against Manchester United.
I was at the game.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was at the game too, and luckily I got to my seat on time and managed to see the goal.
Tim,
Brilliant.
There's a player you guys are looking at from Bologna. His name is Marko Arnautovic, who's a striker. He used to play for West Ham.
West Ham, he's a good player.
Yeah,
he's a very good player.
Ten Hag's looking at you guys might pull him.
Arnautovic.
Yeah.
What do you think about getting Arnautovic from West Ham? I think he played for West Ham, right? Is it West Ham that he played for?
Yes,
Austria, he's Austrian.
yes, he's Austrian. He played for West Ham. He's playing for Bologna. He's playing for Bologna. He's playing for Bologna right now.
So we'll think about bringing him back.
He's a bit old though.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, but he's versatile. He's good. He still has pace, man.
He's strong. He's different to what United.
Right.
Look,
He's got pace, man.
How old is he though?
33.
Okay. I could say another.
At 33, but at 33, he can give your boy, what's his name, Martial, a run for the money because he's very versatile.
That says more about Martial.
We can't.
Right, Joe, let me welcome Joe. Joe representing Houston Red Army. Joe, you know,
Martial's
Ian
still a better
representing Spurs.
player.
Sonny, you know, Rodrigo, and you know the two United friends. The three of us who are always frustrated with United.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
He came popping in there.
Hey. I was having some technical difficulties earlier.
Right, so. Joe, quickly. Everyone has thought United play tomorrow. So far, where are you with United's transfers? Are you satisfied? Are you think United need to do more? Where are you with United at the moment?
Not satisfied. Not even close.
Wow.
I mean,
are they ready for the season tomorrow?
Not even close. I mean, in a regular season, not even a season that's going to include the World Cup, we would be like severely understaffed. If you throw in the World Cup in there, this is malpractice as far as the season's concerned. We don't have enough depth. When most of our first team leaves to go to the World Cup, bro, we're gonna be in trouble. We're gonna be in trouble. Like even the trash, even a lot of the guys that we don't want in the starting lineup, right? The drop off between the first and second team is so drastic. We definitely need some backups. So it's nowhere near where we're supposed to be if we're trying to achieve anything remotely close to, let's say, a top 4 or maybe even a trophy here and there. Yeah.
Where are you on the Fran Dion? Still coming?
No.
Man, I'm like, he's really not that good though. For all this drama, he's really not that good, man. I feel like with the team and our seasons being handicapped by this fiasco over there with Barcelona. You know what? We should just be like, just walk off the table. You know what I mean? Just to let Barcelona know that this shit is not right, man. These guys are taking a piss. They really need to get rid of him. Like they're over there signing all these other players. They can't keep him. So we have all the leverage.
They want to get rid of him. They want to get rid of him. It's he doesn't want to leave because he's making too much money. That's the problem.
No. That's not the problem.
They're
not trying to pay. They're not trying to pay the dude. What are you talking about?
He meant his salary. His salary. This guy is in a stupidly criminal salary.
Whose fault is that?
That's the guy who ran Barcelona. They got to get rid of him. They want to get rid of him. He doesn't want to leave. Umtiti doesn't want to leave. Braithwaite doesn't leave because they know they're not going to get their money anywhere else. They know that. No one's going to pay them the kind of money. They're not worth it. They're not worth it.
I think if Barcelona cuts Frankie de Jong a $17 million check today, Manchester United will be posting them up on Twitter on Monday.
Man United, they said, hey, we'll let you go on the free. We'll let you go on the free. We go who you want.
AK.
Yeah.
Do you think we're still getting Frankie de Jong? Because I know you've been the person that's always been.
He's staying in Barcelona. He's not going anywhere. He doesn't want to go.
What do you think?
Hey, come on, quick. Hey, talk to me about Frank John quickly.
Yeah, for me, it's all about the deferred wages. And I think Barcelona have got United by the testicles until we're desperate. And then United will just be like, you know what, we'll pay the deferred wages. We'll take it off your hand. I think it'll be late. The season started and it'll go right to the end. But I think he will come. He will come. So
what this Chelsea interest now? What this Chelsea interest?
That's just the way to turn it up and put the pressure on United.
Okay,
United, if you don't get him,
Rodrigo, do you guys want Fran de Jong? Do you want him?
Chelsea don't want him.
We need him.
Yeah, Chelsea.
I mean, if it's between Frankie de Jong and McFred, another season McFred, yeah, Frankie de Jong. Yeah, there's a lot of people.
But do you think, AK, do you think that Ten Hag has actually had some type of agreement with Frankie de Jong?
100% he's on the phone to him. 100%. People don't believe that Ten
Man,
Hag's not spoken to him. This has gone on from
3 months.
almost
No,
3 months.
longer than that. Longer than that.
Like you
man,
think
if this guy doesn't come, man,
managers
we're gonna
talk.
look stupid.
It's
We're
like
gonna look.
you know, like Matic. Oh, he's gone to Roma. You think Mourinho's not been trying to tap him up from early? Managers ring them all the time. Pogba would have been speaking to Allegri during the season. Managers speak to players, especially if they're close with them. So
Right.
Man,
I think it's just the deferred wages.
I would love if we get Frankie De Jong. though.
So City, Sonny, as you see, this is just like night and day. You have one part, a team winning trophies, organized, a team who should be winning trophies, don't seem to get the act together. I mean, do you have any advice? Do you have any advice for United fans? I know, Joe, you're going to be upset with her advice.
Any advice? Yeah, I think you know, if you don't have good leaders, there's nothing you can do. But if you are a leader and you have your your wits about you, I would definitely look at if everybody had the similar vision, because that's a problem. You got to find out, are players just there for the money? If players just want to look good, if they're just flossing, if they're just there for beer, they're just there to have fun, or they want to win, or they want to improve, or they, and once you find out what their vision is, what they really want, let's see how badly they want to do it. So what's the steps to get to that? So, and then next is the culture. And I always say that, and so what are the steps? So the leader has to understand, what is the goal? Is the goal to win, and which trophies? And then, what's the result you want, and then work backwards. And they're going to have to get rid of some players. And they're probably going to make some players upset with some of the decisions that they make to make sure that goal happens. So not every player, so you can't make all the players happy. Not all the players are going to get to play. Okay. So some players are going to be benched, and that's not a bad thing. That means you don't have injuries. So it really just comes from the top up. But yeah, you have to get rid of toxic mindsets and, playing together as a team, and not just, I'm going to take this lousy shot from over here and it goes to the moon, So I don't know. It's a leadership thing. And the leader has to listen to feedback from everybody. They can't just be like, hey, you're a player. This is my team. How many times do I hear that? I'm the coach. And I'm not listening to the players, but the players are in the field. They're in the battlefield, and they have a perspective that the coach doesn't have. And so they need to make sure that, so I think that there's some humility that has to happen in United. And so that's my advice.
Ian, as a Spurs fan, you Spurs have suffered trophy losses in the past, haven't won silverware. United are used to silverware. Do you think that United fans are too eager for success since Fergie left, or United fans are just, the club is in such disarray from a Spurs perspective, looking from the outside?
Throughout the 90s, they dominated English football, and you all got used to it. We all got used to it, and you're used to celebrating trophies every season pretty much. So when it suddenly stops, and you have 3 or 4 managers, you had David Moyes, the chosen one apparently, and who else? Van Gaal, Big Ole. Yeah. I mean, they still won a couple or two. They've won trophies since Fergie's left.
Mourinho gave you the UEFA. Mourinho gave you guys the UEFA Cup.
Yeah. So you've had trophies since Fergie's gone. But look, who was going to replace Fergie? I mean, there's no one like him, right? You just don't get a manager that stays that long at any club anymore. That just doesn't happen. And in fact, in the first 3 years of his reign, the United fans were calling for him to go before they won the FA Cup in 1990.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was 1990.
No, the Super Cup in 1988.
Yeah, that saved him. Winning the FA Cup, I think, saved him. But yeah, I'd die for a bit of success. 2008 was Tottenham's last trophy, and against Chelsea, I might add, Rodrigo.
Mm-hmm.
But and that was just a League Cup. Yeah. It wasn't the FA Cup. It wasn't the Premier League. The only trophies we've won have been League Cups since 1991. The FA Cup we won then, So yeah, we're starving for a trophy. So, but you know, the wait will go on. Maybe it's so difficult to win them these days. If you look at the FA Cup winners over the last 20 years, it's one of about 5 different clubs: Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, with the odd other team there, which is Tottenham.
City.
Yeah, Leicester. I mean, you know how they won the league in 2016, and that's what gives me a bit of hope this season.
You competed, you fought that title with them.
They should have won it when Leicester won it. That was
that was your best chance.
Yeah.
We ended up finishing 3rd, and everyone says that Tottenham blew the title. Well, we were never top during that season. We weren't even top of the league at any point, and Arsenal were, and they finished 2nd.
Do you remember the game when you lot blew it? I think you played Chelsea. The players started fighting.
Yeah.
Like Danny Rose on the sidelines. They just lost their head.
I remember it all right. Yeah, it was Tottenham were 2-0 up, and then there was sending-offs and everything, and they drew 2-2. But I think even if they'd won that night, I think Leicester had a good few points cushion. But yeah, mathematically we lost it at Stamford Bridge that night. So yeah, the only thing that could have been worse was if we'd lost it at Arsenal. But yeah, but you know, as Tim, going back to your question for Manchester United, you've won trophies, so many. So you still must be in a bit of, the club must be still in a bit of credit there.
Oh, look at you, the credit. Nah, we're in minus, mate. No, you see, it hurts when you see Liverpool creeping up, because Liverpool were on 18 league titles. We were on 7, and we've gone past. Liverpool are edging close. City are still a bit far from the league title counts, but every year they're winning trophies, and United are just staring at them like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, the tide's changed. You know, the tide has changed. I mean, Tottenham have finished above Arsenal, I think, for the last 4 or 5 seasons, and that hasn't happened again for decades, even though we haven't won anything.
Right.
You know, so yeah, the balance does shift from time to time, and it wasn't so long ago that Manchester City were in the 3rd tier of English football. You know, I remember when they went down, when they got relegated to effectively the 3rd division, but they've been completely bankrolled. They're like a modern day Blackburn Rovers. The money's been thrown at them. They bought some of the best players in the world, and they've won everything but the Champions League.
Because you remember they had Mancini, he won a league title. They had Pellegrini, he won a league title. They had Pep. So it's like every manager they change carries on. We change, nothing happens. Change again, 1 trophy. Change again, nothing happens. It's like
I
think these are also cycles. You know, you remember, Ajax was the team of the 70s. You know, you had in the 90s, you had AC Milan. You know, right now Real Madrid's on top of the world with 14 European Cups. There was a time they couldn't win anything. You know, and Barcelona had their run, Man United had their run, Arsenal had their run, Liverpool in the 80s, right? You know, all of a sudden Chelsea in the 2000s starts springing up. You know, these are cycles that go on. As changes go on, sometimes they adapt, sometimes they don't. You know, that's we have to understand. That's the way life and football is. It depends on how you adapt to the changes. How well whoever's coaching. Like Ian just said, there's no more long-term projects. Alex Ferguson was the last long-term project where a coach lasted that long. That because they just don't have a lifespan. If you lose 4 or 5 games in a row, you're out. You're out. You're done. I don't care what you want. Chelsea's a good example of that. The first Champions League Cup was won by Di Matteo. He was out next season. Ancelotti won as a double. He was out next season. That's the way it is. Ancelotti now he's back. He's back in reality. Won another Champions League. Look at Tuchel. Tuchel was kicked out of Qatar Saint-Germain because he supposed he wasn't getting all the directors. He goes off, finishes the season, he wins the Champions League. It's just football. It's crazy today. It's what it is. It is. But there's cycles. There's cycles in life. Brazil, 5 times world champion. They can't win the card game. There are too many stars. This is what happens.
Yeah. Well, look at Italy. They haven't qualified for the last 2 World Cups.
Yeah, Italy. What the hell?
Holland
in the Euros.
Holland. Remember, Holland also lost on the last World Cup too. The orange machine. It's what it is. These are cycles that happen. It's the way, Man United, again, Ferguson had to leave eventually. And, Man United wasn't prepared for Fergie's departure. That's the reality of it. They
So
were not
United
prepared.
fans asking for too much, too soon?
The thing is, it's a different type of cycle. This cycle is really deadly, man. Because
They said deadly.
seriously, because we have owners that don't care. They don't give.
True.
Yeah, they don't care. I think. I mean, I don't know how the other is in when the other clubs went through those periods, like those moments where they just weren't winning anything for that long. But like for us, we have an ownership that just don't. They literally don't care. They take dividends every quarter. I think probably like what, 4 times a year. That's when they.
You're a piggy bank. You're an ATM machine for them.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, we're basically a cash cow for them. Like they take money from us, and then they go do what they want to do with their other like business ventures, especially like Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Debts.
When it comes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they run that really well. But when it comes to United,
over the pond though. That's
it's ridiculous.
Actually, they don't.
Well,
they've been running the Tampa Bay Buccaneers like shit for a very long time. The
Brady
issue was a negative.
They're doing this.
If you speak to Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans, we are on the same page, and it's like finding a distant relative that you did not even know
A
existed.
distant relative.
Like, wait a minute, and your daddy's your daddy's a shitbag too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do have a point though. You do have a point.
You do have a point.
It's really
So
terrible.
They've been running that team
what
ragged
Rodrigo
too.
and Ian are saying is, teams have cycles. We get it. Are United fans too eager? Should United fans be more patient?
No.
Ian, should United fans be more patient? Or
Yeah.
should they demand-
I mean, look, Ten Hag's just walked through the door, right? And he hasn't had one game yet. He's got his first game tomorrow. You've got to give him a chance. They've hired him. Let's see how it unfolds. They might win 5-0 tomorrow. They might draw 1-1.
Ian,
Jinx that.
when Jose won 4-0.
Oh man!
But here's the thing also.
Oh man!
The thing
we don't want him to win 5-0.
No,
The thing-
Remember under Jose, the first 4 or 5 games we scored 4 goals in each game. And
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's true.
The
we don't want that to happen. We don't want that to happen.
See, here's the thing about
Rodrigo, finish.
Here's the thing about fans. How many fans remember when Man United got relegated?
I wasn't born. I don't think I was born.
So I'm saying, how many fans today? No, listen. How many fans remember that Chelsea almost went away? Bye.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. How many fans today understand that went through the cycle where Ian, they just couldn't win a game of poker? You see what I'm saying? It depends. There's fans who understand that these are cycles and you stick with your team regardless of what happens. You support them because you're going to go through these times. You're going to go through dry times.
Oh man!
Right?
I got something to say about that though.
And then
United is different. United is different.
I got something to say about.
But then
because-
but you also knew that once you also understood that once Alex Ferguson left, things were never going to be the same.
No.
You understood that.
Yeah,
Everybody understood. You just thought that Alex Ferguson won with Chachi. He's 112. The team was not ready for that, and you guys knew that. You guys knew that also. That's just what happens.
The
You
thing
got
is-
Rodrigo,
I
it's not
think the
about
difference
winning,
is-
it's about competing.
Joe, come in. Joe,
I mean, what shite, man? What terrible?
I think the difference is here, like all the examples that you're pulling up, they're much older examples of teams going through their ups and downs. At that point, your success, your ability to make money derived from your ability to win trophies and win games and go for glory. Where now we have a trophy-proof economy with Manchester United. The owners are not going to want, they don't feel like we can make more money by getting trophies because they're still getting the bag regardless of the trophies. So that kind of mentality can like extend one of, these, slums that we're going through right now, right? No disrespect to a lot of the other teams out there, right? That may or may not have won a respectable trophy in quite a bit, right? I don't want ourselves to get into a position where we are getting used to, we're that pragmatic about our team, where we should always, no matter what, even if we're winning, still have that expectation, because that is who we are. We can never derive ourselves, pull ourselves from that. If we start doing that, we lose ourselves, we lose the soul of this team. So
And we
that,
give
that's,
in to the
No,
Glazers.
I'm not saying you should expect to lose. I'm saying you should expect your team to compete in every tournament they play, whether it's the
100%.
Champions League,
And
whether
that's
it's
what we are.
or this bullshit,
Respecting
this
them.
new
Let
bullshit,
Rodrigo finish.
or
and then
it's like this new bullshit league, what is it, United Nations League, they call it, whatever, whatever. You expect your team to compete and to fight, and if you lose, you go down fighting. I get it. That's the way every team should, whether you're Manchester United, whether you're Real Madrid, whether you're Scunthorpe, you expect your team to compete, right? The problem is that you just said it, Joe. Arsenal went through the same thing with their American owners. They didn't care. They were doing fine. They didn't care. And Arsenal at one time was again, they were up there in the greats of the Premiership. They have not recovered either. And their American owners, they don't care either. They don't. At Chelsea, we're in very much danger of falling into that category, because you know what? These American owners, I've already seen they don't know anything about football. I'm looking at the press.
No. But there's a difference, man. You can't
No.
why is he even talking about ownership? Why is Rodrigo talking about ownership, though?
No, why you
No, because
Arsenal don't
gotta
have the
straight up
trophies we
oligarch.
have.
no, this is what's
Arsenal
going
don't
on.
have. They're not 20 times. We are 20 time Man United.
Exactly. You gotta let him know that.
I
man.
mean, we've won so many trophies. We're used to that. Arsenal don't. They would
What was the last time
dream
they
to
won
have
the
one.
league?
Arsenal,
There's no
Let
blueprint for
me
them to
say
think
something.
like that.
no, but Arsenal knocked you guys off of the best one. Arsenal won, and they were invincible at one point. I mean, they won season they were
Man,
invincible.
forget about it.
Listen,
Let me say
Come
something.
on,
Let me say
man.
something.
No,
You can tell that's the
Arsenal.
neighbors.
I'm not
His
comparing.
neighbors can take that one.
I'm not comparing Arsenal to Man United at any chance. I'm just saying is that Arsenal at one time were doing pretty well, and the American owners, didn't care either if the team won or not.
Very
They didn't
true.
care how they did in Europe. Arsenal went to 2 European finals and lost. The owners didn't care. United, especially because United's won so many trophies, they've dominated the 90s, and they've made history because of the manager they had. And the only reason United is what it is because of Alex Ferguson and the successes he brought. But everybody understood also that once Ferguson left, and then when Moyes came in and fired all of the people that were there with Ferguson, brought in his own staff, it wasn't going to be the same. There's no way.
I also want fans to know that. Fergie had 2 ownerships when he was manager, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There was a
David
previous
Gill.
ownership before the Glazers took over. So I just
David
want,
Gill, yeah.
yeah. Well, no, David Gill wasn't
No.
the owner. He's
Wasn't
no.
Michael Edwards.
Edwards, I'm sorry. Edwards, yeah.
Determined.
So you got to understand, Fergie won with the previous owners. He still won with the Glazers, but the only reason why he was able to still win because Fergie was a genius. He was very good at managing the team, getting new players, changing his coaching staff. Like Fergie was just on a different level
Buying the right,
to anyone else.
buying the right players.
Not just the right players, He got the right coaches too. He changed his coaches like he was changing the shoes every now and then. Yeah, he did it every single time.
But he knew what players. He knew what players he needed, and he got them. He knew what. Hey,
If you remember,
and
that
also
season,
and
the
also
season
when
we
you
lost. Remember the season we lost to Man City on the last day, the Aguero. The next season, what did Alex go do? Went to go get Van Persie.
yeah, he
And what
doesn't
happened?
play.
Won the league title the next season.
Yeah.
So that's
Fergie,
what Alex Ferguson thinks.
All Fergie needed to do was just call you up. Hey, I want you to come to United. Okay, I'll be there tomorrow. It was there was no discussion. Like every player,
But we don't have
we're
the
begging
pull
people.
Get that
now.
call.
United
They're on the
don't
phone.
have that pulling power anymore. The pulling power is with Chelsea. The pulling power with Liverpool.
not even Chelsea.
Not
no,
even
no,
Chelsea.
no,
bro.
no,
Yo, Barcelona has proved that.
Not even Chelsea. No, it's not even Chelsea because Chelsea Chelsea doesn't have can't convince players that the project is there.
The worst
See, that's
thing
the
they do is
problem.
get rid
These
of
days,
Korea.
players
The
want
worst
to
thing they
play
do is get
Champions
rid of
League.
them.
We can't offer Champions League.
Man City and Liverpool have been doing things right.
100%.
Those are the projects that attract people because
Exactly.
they've got the right front office, they've got the right coaches,
Direct
they're,
football.
and they're all hungry. They're all hungry. They're still hungry. They want to win more.
It
That's
feels
what
like
I'm saying.
United.
So let me bring in
attracted people
Sonny.
in the day.
So Sonny, Pep says he's leaving in 2 years. But the thing I have with City is, even when they had Mancini, he won the league title.
Yes.
He got fired for whatever. They brought in Pellegrini. He won the league title. He left. They brought in Pep. So there's still consistency of winning the biggest trophies in England.
So
With
Because they spend the money,
That's
Fergie
what they
man.
want,
left.
though.
No,
You know what
that's
they
Spend
want.
the checks. They
But,
spend the
but,
checks.
but those are serious coaches. Pellegrini, they call him the engineer for two reasons. One, he's an engineer. He's a civil engineer. But the way he puts things together, right? He knows what players he wants. He knows how to get the best of them. Mancini, he's just when he did at Inter, and he's just a good coach. And he knows how to, and he's serious. He's a serious competitor. And now Guardiola.
Here's what I would like to say is, and I don't mean to interrupt, is yes, we can consider people's professions, but I will say this, and I'm going to take it to a preach. I'm going to start preaching. I'm going to take it to, a higher source, higher power. There's two kinds of people that I notice, and this is just my theory, and maybe some very intelligent philosopher had this before me, but you got inward type people and outward type people. The teams that win repeatedly are the teams that have coaches and leaders who are inward type people. That means they're not focusing on the physical. We're not focusing on players and stuff. We're focusing on personal improvement in and outside of the pitch. You can't be a great player on the pitch and your life is shit personally. Mm-hmm. So when people have this type of champion mindset, you will win, and you will win repeatedly. And Man City is winning because I truly believe the culture, those leaders, those owners, although not perfect and their culture is not perfect, find me a perfect culture, you ain't gonna find one. But they have an inward collective type of mentality that, hey, you want my number 10 jersey to put it on his back, go for it. They're not, it's my jersey, I'm number 10, I've been number 10. You have people who are willing to be moved around so that collectively everyone can win. And that is why this team is doing well. Man City is doing well over and over and over again, because they're not looking so much at the physical. Oh, he's an engineer. All of that is great, because when you have top professionals, people who can think, people who are highly trained and also degreed, okay, you might get a little farther, because education, whether it's professional or in school or out of school, it grows the mind and it grows the soul. So we're talking big shit. These people, these coaches that you're mentioning, and these teams, two teams that are winning, they have that type of mindset. They're looking inward. How can I be a better person? And when you become a better person, just improving yourself, you are going to be that's going to affect all areas of your life, including your team culture. And so the other thing, so quality is important. The other thing I wanted to mention was not care. Somebody said, I think it was, I can't say your name, Benz. These United leaders don't care. And what's worse, yes, that's true. And what is worse is somebody who doesn't care and don't know they don't care. That's what's true. Worse. That's a valid point. Because anybody, what I've seen on these teams, I look at teams recreational, I look at the recreational teams, just looking at, I'm just here for beer. We're just trying to have fun. You should have fun. And I'm thinking, honey, okay, and you don't say anything because it's, we're over 40, whatever. But the problem is these people don't know that they don't care, because anytime they get a little bit of feedback on how to make things right, they're going to lose their shit. They're going to try to start firing people. And that's how that coach probably got fired some way or somehow, is that somebody told them, hey, we could probably do this and make it better. That is an attack to an ego. And see, that's the problem. When you got an ego, That's the problem with humility. If you can't receive feedback, your team will be shit forever. If nobody can be like, hey, Sonny, you know what? You did this well. However, if you would just do more of this, I bet you can get more balls or whatever. Nobody's taking feedback. No one wants, I'm right. Well, I'm in this position.
So if you equate that, son, if you equate that to United situation with the Glazers, we all know the Glazers, they take so much money at the club. The Glazers believe they have put enough money in the club. They spent over $1 billion. But
I'm sorry, the Glazers?
United fan, $1 billion, yeah. United, the owners have put $1 billion in that club. And we cannot see what $1 billion has achieved over the years.
Yeah, but Tim, when you say that billion,
because it's not about money. It's about how you use it, where you use it.
There you
so
go.
It's not about money.
Yeah, so carrying on with that, when people say the Glazers have put a billion in, people need to remember they've not put a penny from their own pocket. So for them, it's the fans' money, and that's a way of them appeasing fans by saying we've spent money, but you spent money in the wrong way. It's like having a house and painting it, getting the cowboys in. Oh, you painted it the wrong color. Oh, I'll pay another person to paint it. Oh, they've messed up. I'll pay it. You can't just keep paying people to do the jobs. Get the job done right. And then if you need a few maintenance jobs here and there, do it as and when you need it. But Man United just keep throwing money at things, thinking, it doesn't matter. If we spend money, the fans can't complain.
That's why we have players who are overpaid. Let me bring in.
Can I piggyback on?
Hold on, Joe. We have Freddie from Munich. Let me introduce you to the crowd. We have Ian from Spurs. We have Rodrigo from Chelsea. Sonny from City. You know the United crew. As we are upset. Freddie from Munich. They just won a great game yesterday. They have a very good system. Yes, they're in a different league. They have a system that works for them.
Farmers League.
Overspend. Ben.
I was expecting that.
So, Freddie, we're just talking about the Premier League, where we are, and we're just talking about the ownership and how the difference between ownership at City, ownership at Chelsea, ownership at Spurs, ownership at United. The American owners are pulling out money, and the teams are not winning trophies. They're accepting of, top four is fine. But the argument there is trophies should be a reason to be more successful. But it's obvious you're not successful, the owners are still making the money.
Right. I mean, they're going to be making their money off of the players' shirts. That's pretty much what Cristiano Ronaldo did going back to Man United. He leaves the club, goes to Juve, brings all that money with him, leaves Juve, goes back to United, all the money back to United. And what have they done in the past 4 or 5 years? Other than winning a Europa League with Mourinho. So, it's not, I don't know. I have an issue with American owners picking up teams in Europe because they're not part of the they're not the real family.
I don't understand it.
Right. They don't understand what it means to be actually a fan. So,
absolutely. And I am from America. I'm happy to be here and all that. Yeah. But you're right.
Yeah. I've always said that Americans have no business. I don't think any team should have foreign owners.
No.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on, I gotta say something. I gotta say something.
American, especially if we are trying to separate ourselves from England colonial rules. So we try to do the opposite of everything, and we don't like soccer. Then why are we trying to own soccer teams?
Don't call it soccer.
No. It's not. Don't say soccer. Don't say it's
football. But we have football. Sorry.
Okay.
Real football.
So Ian, let me bring Ian here. Ian, you see the situation with American owners. American owners own Arsenal. They own United. Over the last couple of years, you could see the shift.
They own Chelsea as well. They own Roma, Chelsea, Roma, also Roma.
Tottenham have American owners.
Yeah.
I thought Levy just
won Roma again?
Right?
No, Levy's just the chairman, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's the chairman, but he's not the
Joe Lewis is our chairman from ENIC.
I mean, not chairman, yeah, he's the CEO, so yeah.
Yeah, the company's called ENIC. ENIC.
So
it's a consortium.
Everywhere.
It's a consortium. Yeah, it's a consortium.
I think he might be based in the Bahamas, Lewis, but it's an American company. Yeah, it's American owners, but
the investment money is American.
Ian, are you happy with the owners?
Well, look, we haven't won anything, as I said, for a long time. But what they have given us is, you know, the most fantastic stadium, one of the best stadiums in the world, no question. The training facilities are world class as well. I mean, England stay there when they play home matches. England train and stay at Tottenham's training centre. So they've set up the club for success. It's taken a long bloody time, but now they've got a great squad. They've got a great manager. They've got a manager that's got winning in his DNA, even if Tottenham hasn't. And so if we can get a bit of Conte-like winning mentality, then that club is set up for it. And our owners have done that. I mean, Levy, he gets a lot of stick over the years from fans, and still now. But we've got to this situation now where everyone's really optimistic at this stage of the season, and that was before today's win. It's only Southampton, and it was a home match, so we don't want to get carried away. But our owners have put us into this position to compete, and that's all you can do. I mean, when a season starts, there's only 4 trophies up for grabs, right? And it's difficult to win them. It's difficult because Manchester City are likely to win at least one. You can probably guarantee them win at least one trophy, even if it's just the FA Cup. And Liverpool, likely. And that leaves 2 others. Manchester City could win 2. Liverpool could win 2. It's difficult in the modern day for other clubs other than certain clubs to win trophies. And that's where, so Tottenham have been to a few finals in recent years, Champions League final and League Cup finals, but they just haven't managed to get over the line. And everyone on here, apart from me and Tottenham, your clubs have got winning in their DNA. You know, Chelsea can change their manager every season; they'll still win.
And they still win something, yeah.
Yeah, and Manchester United have won trophies for years. Obviously, Bayern Munich won trophies. Manchester City are winning them.
Bayern Munich's on another level.
Yeah.
Can I interject? I'm so sorry, Ian.
That's okay. That's all right.
He's being very diplomatic, and thank you. But if American companies, and like I said, I don't mind America, even though, but if they're only in buying teams for speculations, a cash cow to make money, and then they damage the team because they really don't care, this is not fair to the fans, and it's not fair to the culture. That's not fair. That's just that's another type of gangster going on.
Yeah, that is where we are.
So I do not agree with any country doing that. But if Americans really want to get in on the game because they found a new love, a new passion, that's fine. Hey, Ted Lasso's doing a great job, right? You know, so if you just love sports, then the application, a good sports culture is good for every sport. But and if you have American owners with that kind of integrity and heart, not that I'm saying they don't, and passion, then I think it would be good. But if they're just coming over to create this super league or just make some money and let's charge them a lot on their cable and we're gonna be driving Maseratis and we got all the women in the world, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Right. Joe, come in there, Joe.
I got something real quick to say about that. I get it. There was nothing innately about the characteristics of being an American that we naturally automatically result to the way they run teams like United and some of the other Premier League clubs. I just feel like it goes both ways now, right? If you keep catching wolves in your hen house, you're gonna have to ask the farmer, why do you keep having wolves in your hen house? Why did you let the wolves in? And the FA is not ran by Americans.
Very true.
If they wanted the right people to run their teams, there should be a set criteria how to purchase and how to run these clubs. If it's about culture, if it's about maintaining a certain standard, then that's what they have to do. They let too many wolves into the hen house, and now they're spazzing out because the wolves are convincing some of the hens to go to another farm, go to the slaughterhouse basically, so they can make more money. You know what I mean? So let's not completely wash the hands off of the English FA and English authorities, and even some members in government too, because there's got to be a little bit of oversight, right? You guys have let oligarchs and sheiks and the Saudis are in now.
Especially the sheiks.
You guys are letting wolves in here, and then you're accusing you're then guilting and like pointing to the Wolves and saying, "Look at what they're doing," and the Wolves are like, "You opened the gate. What are you talking about?"
You know what? You're right.
No?
But you know what? When it only got flagged up, I remember Gary Neville talking about it when they wanted to create the Super League. Before that, no one cared. They brought the money into the country.
Yeah.
No one said nothing. Probably MPs and other people have got foreign interests and got shares in there, like the government.
But we also have to be careful in. I'm just going to play the devil's advocate, but we also have to be careful in looking at someone saying you're a wolf and you can't come in. So we have to be careful. We never know what people are going to do until they give us their business plan. Right. And the Super League looks like thugs, crooks, right?
DFA knew when they let Abramovich buy Chelsea, they knew what he was going to do, because he was going to buy. He wanted to buy a lot of land. He used Chelsea to buy high-ticket real estate in London.
Definitely.
They knew that. Yeah. They knew that because he told them.
Yeah.
He's going to bring in money. Right. The Saudis that just bought Newcastle. Now, we complain about human rights violations or murderers. They let them in. They let them in. They bought Newcastle. They knew that. The FA knew that.
Buying land is wrong because.
No, is there like you're going with the percent of I'm going to buy a club. Then you're going left. You're not acquiring other things other than the club. That's the point he's making.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason he bought. Obama was not a soccer fanatic, football fan. That's a lie. Huh? He didn't care about it. Right? He saw an opportunity for investment. Now, did he do good things for Chelsea? Yes, he did. But an oligarch is basically a wealthy criminal. He made his money, right, criminally wise. He's a criminal. He made his money illegally. A lot of people in Russia starved, right? Now, you're a bad guy now because you're with Putin. Well, you knew that. Yeah. You knew that. The way he made his money was he made his money using the black market. He used the Russian mafia. We knew that. Everybody knew that. But he was allowed.
Sonny, let me bring in Freddie. In your situation, your game was yesterday, right? Or was it on Friday?
It was yesterday.
You smoked.
And Frankfurt got smoked
6-0. 6-1, yeah.
So far, are you guys still buying anyone? Are you guys still looking for players, or you're done?
They don't need any players. They don't need anybody.
What are you talking about?
They could get rid of half the team and still win everything. What are you talking about?
They're guaranteed to win the league every season, man. It's a farmers league, man. Come on.
Benz, hold back, Benz.
Freddie. Last I read.
So you won your game 7-1. Are you still buying players? Are you set? Is this team done now? Are you
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's still the case. Oliver Kahn mentioned yesterday that the transfer market's still open.
Still open? So who do you need now that you haven't already got? Or what position are you looking to fill?
A striker.
A striker?
Yeah. All I'll say is just let Leroy Sané go.
But even having why would we go to United? He just came from City, so I mean,
ain't no love over there.
He's doing.
There's no love.
He's doing well.
A City boy. Come on now.
He's doing
make good use of
right
it
now.
Yo, if Raheem Sterling can go to Chelsea, Sonic can come over to
United. Went from Man United to City. Schmeichel, Andy Cole.
Exactly. It's happened so many times in the past. Yeah. So we'll take him. We'll take him with open arms, man. We need him actually.
So did Mane score yesterday? The Liverpool
Yes,
guy?
he did.
Yeah, he did.
He scored. Kimmich scored. Musiala scored twice. That's the kid. That's a Bayern wonder kid.
It should have been 7. That
Mane scored 2. It was 6-1.
It should have been 7-1.
That don't happen that much in the Premier League.
List?
So you can all see. So are you happy with your organizational structure of Bayern Munich at the moment?
Of course. And they're financially sound, which is...
They've been doing things right for the last 30 years.
Which brings me to the point of clubs like Barcelona where they can't even sign up. They can't even register their players. They just got Lewandowski from Bayern. They can't register.
No, they registered him. Tebas said they could register
Rafinha.
Tebas said today they could register him. He said today they could register him. He wants Lewandowski because
it was the same situation that happened with Messi last year.
Let Freddie finish. Then you come in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you know, so my issue with Barcelona has always been that since these are considered cash cows in Europe and the world, Barcelona and Real Madrid combined, you know, these are the main teams in La Liga. They pretty much they get away with stuff like this, you know? So to me, it's bullshit, you know? So, I mean, but what can we do? As fans, all we can do is like raise hell and that's it. I mean, they're still gonna do whatever the hell they want, you know?
But you know, why worry about it? I mean, the Bundesliga does things right. Bayern Munich is
the German way.
Because
The German efficient way, exactly.
Bayern Munich has been doing this because they have football people running the show.
Very correct.
The way they buy players, they will not spend money extravagantly. They believe in bringing up youth, and they have an order of ways doing things, which is paid off. Paid off. The Bundesliga does things correctly.
But
Yeah, that's because they use the Bundesliga as a feeder club. The entire league is their feeder club. I mean, come on.
For who?
For
Where did
Bayern
where did the money come from? Where did Sonic come from? Where the Sonic came from City, mine is from Liverpool.
Yes, but as far as like the top Germans in that league,
name me one that was actually stolen in the last 10 years, other than Lewandowski. Who else was actually bought from another? Oh, maybe Sabitzer.
Thiago Alcantara.
what I'm saying is,
Thiago Alcantara.
what I'm
Coutinho.
saying is, let's say City is buying Munich, right? In Bundesliga, you wouldn't have a situation like Harry Kane in Tottenham, or Jamie Vardy at Leicester.
They don't go to Bayern.
They would have scooped those guys up.
You still I disagree with that because you still have Schick in Leverkusen. He's very good. He's a good striker. And has he been poached by anybody? He was
He'll be there soon.
That train is never late, bro. Come on now.
He's gonna join Bayern very soon.
He was linked to teams in the Premier League. So is it really the whole Bayern Liga, concept? That's all crap.
Well,
you guys heard it.
In recent weeks, Harry Kane has been linked with Bayern Munich.
Right.
He ain't going to buy.
I don't think he will.
Ian,
But
do you
you know,
think Kane going to be on?
I think he's quite happy.
He
at
ain't
Tottenham now.
leaving England. He ain't leaving England.
I can't say leaving England. I think
I don't think he'll go to Bayern.
Not even for like Real Madrid.
But Haaland is now a City, so I can't see him going to City anymore. So I don't know where do you think Kane could go next if he doesn't leave? If he leaves Spurs?
Chelsea.
God, no, I don't think he'd do that. It
Why would
really
he stay in London?
legacy.
Yeah.
Chelsea or Man United.
He won't go to Chelsea. That will be too much hate. He won't go there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'd
Yeah,
like
I
to
don't
think he
he'll
would
be
stay
Chelsea.
at Tottenham for the rest of his days.
So
I mean,
no chance of Arsenal.
I don't think so. But then
London?
Sol Campbell did back in the day.
And you know what happened with that. So I don't think
well,
that's going to
enough
work
said,
out.
Tim. Enough said.
So as he goes now, we're going to be going into your next week. Ian, who you guys got next?
Away to Chelsea next Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is why Rodrigo's disappeared.
Right, we'll come back. We'll come back to that fixture when Rodrigo comes back. Okay.
Oh, here he comes.
Here he comes.
You have Spurs next week. You got Spurs next week.
Rodrigo.
So where do you see that game? You and Ian, Tottenham Spurs next Sunday, big London derby.
I'm thinking
Both of you have already got 3 points.
at Stamford Bridge. I'm looking for a tie. So I think Spurs is going to put up a very, very good fight. I'm not convinced Chelsea is where they need to be at yet. Tuchel's not happy. Right? He hasn't gotten the players he needs. He's got holes to plug up. Well, I think Conte's he's managed Chelsea once. He knows how they play. That's a good advantage for him. He knows what it's like to play at Stamford Bridge. And I think Spurs going to come in very, very inspired. I'd be happy with the draw, to be honest.
Yeah, and
I'm being realistic. I mean, I'm being realistic.
Okay, Ian, your turn. What do you think of that fixture next weekend?
Yeah, I mean, Tottenham will go there with confidence, but it's still a place where Tottenham traditionally get turned over. But yeah, they'll go there and have a go. They'll score. I'm certain they'll score, but I think it might be 1-1 or a 2-2.
So you're predicting a draw?
Yeah, I think a draw. But that's a bit of my pessimistic Spurs side coming out. I mean, they should be going there with confidence. But then Chelsea have won without playing well. So, you know, those are the kind of fixtures you want to win. You know, if you don't play well but still win, then that's a good sign.
But if you guys take advantage of Chelsea's weakness at the back, it could be a different story.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tottenham have got the firepower. There's no question about that.
Didn't Aspilicueta get a renewal in his contract?
Yeah, I was reading about that.
Is he not trying to go to Barcelona?
No, I think he stayed at Chelsea. Yeah,
I think it's another 3 years.
Aspilicueta staying at Chelsea.
Well, that's good for us. That's good for United.
But Marcos, like I said, they're talking about switching Marcos Alonso for Serginho Dest.
Yeah, he fell out with Tuchel. He wants out. He definitely wants out.
Yeah, he wants to leave.
So we're gonna be hearing the whole Barcelona, Chelsea, all the way to the end of the transfer market. Huh?
So Bayern Munich quickly, Freddie. Who you got next in the Bundesliga?
Right now we got Wolfsburg.
When is that?
That's on Sunday.
Okay. Next Sunday, right?
Next Sunday, yeah.
Right.
No, next Sunday. Well, no.
Joe.
Next week, yeah.
Joe, Man United play Brighton tomorrow. Predicted score.
Oh boy.
Brighton.
Tim, I got a question.
Another 3-0.
I don't know who the first squad is, man.
Can the non-Man United fans actually, predict the score?
Say that again.
Can the non-Man United fans predict scores?
Yeah,
Man United score.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
No.
No. Feel free. It's a chat. I'm gonna ask you all. So then, what's your?
I'll say 2-2.
2-2. Okay.
Yes.
Joe.
2-2 if Harry Maguire starts.
Damn.
2-1. United.
Well, he will start. He's a
Maguire
captain. He's gonna start.
Okay.
He's gonna start.
He's the captain.
I think we're gonna win 2-1.
2-1. Vams.
Man, this is tough. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one.
Go with your head, not your heart. Go with your head, not your heart.
Go my head. What?
Oh, then we're gonna lose then.
NK, you know what? You know what happens when I go in my head, man. Go in my head doesn't. But you know what? I'm actually going to. I'm gonna surprise people here. Oh man, it's tough.
That bad.
I'm gonna surprise people here and predict a win.
First game Old Trafford for Ten Hag.
Yeah. I don't think we lose that game. I'm gonna predict a win. I'm gonna say 2-1 or 3-1.
Wow.
Possibly 3-1, just because it's the first game for Ten Hag. It's at Old Trafford. Scoring.
Cristiano.
Bruno.
I'll say Sancho, Bruno. I agree with Sancho, Bruno, and the last one, I'm gonna throw a curveball. Yeah, I'm gonna say Valencia.
I think
Ronaldo. Cristiano.
Right.
Valencia.
Let's go to City. Sonny, you guys play West Ham tomorrow.
I think Valencia is gonna score the third goal.
All right.
His first goal for United.
Man City play West Ham tomorrow.
Yes.
How do you feel against that? That's not an easy. You played the 2-2 draw last season.
It's not super easy.
Home or away?
Away in London.
I love it. I love games where City's going to be challenged. I think we're going to win against West Ham tomorrow. I think Pep has been tweaking his boys, and I don't think it'll be easy, but I think it'll be easy.
Okay.
So, I can see a few goals in that match. I think West Ham will score, but it could be a 3-2 to Manchester City. I think that'd be an exciting game.
So you're predicting 3-2 for City to win, right?
Yeah. Okay. I think there'll be a few goals in that one.
Right. Rodrigo, Man City, West Ham tomorrow.
2-2.
2-2. Freddie.
I don't know. I think West Ham's actually they got some reinforcements, so I'm gonna go with the 2-2. I'm gonna go with a draw also.
Joe.
Wow. Both City and Liverpool
City.
drop points.
3-1 City.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I think they're gonna win. I think it'll be 3-1. You got to remember 5 subs. They got 5 subs, man.
Yeah, City gonna win that game, man. City gonna win that game. City gonna win that game, man. With Haaland.
At what time? Is that game? Central time.
I need Haaland to score too.
And with Alvarez, what?
Julian
I
Alvarez.
think Alvarez probably not gonna get game time. Alvarez probably gonna get 5 minutes.
I don't know.
Alvarez probably he's gonna get 5 minutes.
Julian, if they don't play Julian Alvarez much, then he deserves to lose. Seriously.
Get a draw.
Well, my prediction is 3-1 City.
City to win 3-1.
Wow.
Haaland's gonna
Tomorrow's
score.
your game against Man United and City. Play the first opening games of the season tomorrow. Man United home to Brighton, Man City away to West Ham. We've all seen the predicted. Spurs have already played, Chelsea have already played, Bayern Munich already played. Just left for the United teams to play tomorrow. We'll see what the results are. United still in turmoil, haven't bought enough players. Season's about to start, but the window doesn't shut till the 30th of August or 31st. So United still have 25 days to still try and get some players. Will they get enough? We don't know. City seems like they're ready. Spurs look like they're ready. Chelsea, I think you're still in the market. You're still trying to get a few deals. I saw Koulibaly today. Look solid at the back.
With the buy looked okay. Looked okay.
Very good.
Look good.
Both new players, both
Game. It's just one game. It's just one game.
both
Yeah,
those
they
players,
got
both
7
those.
games.
I mean, yeah, it's still the first game, but for the first game, trying to get acclimated to the team. I mean, they look decent. And Cucurella also did well. But again, it's just remains to be seen.
Sterling was your bright spark. If you didn't have Sterling today, I don't think you would have won that game.
Sterling did some dumb things today also, man.
Right.
He's
So,
gonna
ladies
bang
and
the goals,
gentlemen,
though.
Well, I just want to say one thing, Tim, before
Yeah, go on.
before you shut off. I was actually in Manchester about a week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I went through the stadium, locker room. It was a beautiful experience. I mean, I sat right there on the manager's press conference table. I
Right.
think that was cool. But actually, you know, come to think about it, I think he actually does a press conference in Carrington, not at Old Trafford. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Enjoy the experience. Right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. It's been great. Ian, thank you so much for being your Tottenham. Happy Spurs once they got 3
It's a
points.
pleasure.
Chelsea 3 points. United and City play tomorrow. We'll see where that lands. Bayern Munich, thank you. You got your 3 points as well yesterday. Man United, the saga continues. Guys, thank you very much. Have a great weekend. We shall see you guys next week we'll keep you posted. Ian, Rodrigo, Sonny, Bems, Joe, Freddie, Kay, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget.
Are you guys gonna be at the bar tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
So guys, have a
Great
nice
to see you all.
Great. Take
Okay,
care.
guys.
God
Have a
bless.
good weekend.
Yeah.
Cheers,
You
man.
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.